In my previous presentations, you may have heard me talk about contributions, how much you put in to your registered retirement savings plans. But did you know that what you put into these accounts is perhaps even more so important? You see, when you're contributing to a registered retirement savings plan, it is just part of the overall use and effectiveness in which you can set up this account. It's much like putting super unleaded into a high performance sports car. Obviously, if you use just regular unleaded, then the sports car is not going to perform as well. It's not going to last as long. It's going to break down during its performance. You may have a lot of engine damage and you may have a lot of problems. This is why you would usually use super unleaded fuel when you are putting in a high performance sports car. Now, if you look at investments this way, what you put into the investment account will make all the difference in the world, especially when you're using a registered retirement savings plan or RRSP. So in this discussion, I'm going to look at what you put into your registered retirement savings plan that could mean the difference between an expensive savings account or basically a wealth builder. I'm gonna show you what to avoid putting into an RRSP and how you can multiply or compound your wealth, especially when you're leveraging your retirement income inside an RRSP. But first, please do me a favor. Please hit a like, subscribe, drop a comment down below, show the channel some love, and also I will definitely be able to post more of your favorite financial topics. And also, if there is any topic that you would like me to present on a future presentation, feel free to drop it in the comments. Myself personally, my name is Leon Mann. I'm a licensed wealth consultant with Money Assist Financial. And what I do, I help hardworking folks, perhaps people like yourself, add an additional multiple 6 to 7 figures to your retirement portfolio. Able to do this by providing a free, no obligation financial roadmap. The roadmap is designed to help you to map out what your ideal lifestyle should look like, right? Now, when you talk about things like a registered retirement savings plan, keep in mind the reason why you open up an RRSP is simply because of a tax defer purpose, meaning that when you contribute now, you don't pay any taxes. You only pay taxes until later when you take it out. Then you will be paying tax at the income in which you're making at that time. Meaning, most people usually would open up a registered retirement savings plan for the long term. Meaning, in this case, what you want to avoid low interest investment. This is the first mistake that I would usually come across is people would put cash or people would put low interest GICs, for example, inside a registered retirement savings plan. And what happens is that it really contradicts the purpose of it because you're sheltering taxes by contributing to one, but you don't want to have inflation slowly eating away at your money over time. And then when it's time to take it out, right, it's going to lose value in the process because inflation is going to be eating away over the amount of years that you put into it. So the worst thing that you could put in to an RRSP is cash because it's going to serve you no good, especially when you have inflation slowly eating away over the years and over the period. But what you do want to put in, you do want to put in high growth investments. High growth investments, especially when you have at least 10 years towards your retirement. If you have 10, 20, 30 years to go, it makes sense that you will want to put in more high growth or high grade type of investments that offer a higher returns. When I mean high growth, I'm talking about things like stocks and my favorite, segregated funds. History has shown that if you have equities, if you have high growth funds, over the long run, they would perform very well because you have two things that is working for you. You have tax deferral, meaning that your investments do not pay taxes on them, right? You do not pay capital gains taxes inside a registered retirement savings plan. So there is unlimited growth. Is you have compounding interest. You have compounding interest, you have tax deferred growth. All of this will serve as an investment multiplier, meaning that in the long run, your wealth is going to earn interest that will eventually allow your portfolio to be able to last, meaning that you can have reliable income during your retirement years. So the first thing is high growth investments. The second thing that you want to include is bonds or balanced funds. Bonds, balanced funds, these are higher return investments usually than GICs and cash. But what these are able to do, they are able to stabilize, for example, your investment portfolio. If you have high growth investments that are volatile, what happens is that these investments are more steady. So in times of turbulence, in times of the market going down and the economy is bad, whatever you want to call it, these investments are able to stabilize your portfolio so it balances out, right? You're not going to basically lose, you're not going to tank. It prevents it from really tanking. And obviously, if you're younger, your bonds to equity ratio is going to be a little lower. But if you are closer to retirement, obviously you're going to want to have more bonds and you're going to want to have less in terms of equity. So has to be that balance, but you have to keep changing because as you get older, the volatility has to reduce because you're going to be approaching retirement, right? So bonds is second. The third thing what you want to include is my favorite, segregated funds. You see, with segregated funds, it is already diversified for you. So they have done the research. They have chosen the companies and industries that are performing well currently, and they have a track record as well. And also they have managers that is going to help you to grow and help it to perform the way that you would like it to perform or perform the way that it is benchmarked, right? And also with segregated funds, you have certain investment guarantees in terms of investment guarantee at maturity. That is, as long as you stay invested, you're guaranteed to have at least 75 to 100% if the market tanks, or for example, or you're also guaranteed to have at least 100% upon death. Let's say you pass away, knock on wood, the beneficiary is guaranteed to have at least 100% of the initial investment, right? Thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe, hit the like, show some love. Until next time, peace and love.